I don't know why that one played, but let me just start. Please, my beautiful Donna, here we go. Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. And then I just want to say hello, my beautiful ladies from the Diamond Beauty Group. We are coming live onto the group, but we don't go live on Soul of a Diamond to the Tanzanite group, but maybe with all the viewers out there on E360 TV, there is some gentleman that is sitting next to his wife or sitting by himself and want some inspiration. So today I've got an amazing guest, and she is the Lady of Love! Exclamation mark. There is no any other way I can say it. I have asked Donna 4 times this month to be on my shows, and I have 4 shows. She actually are coming to I've got 2 Power Hour TV shows, so one on a Thursday and one on a Sunday. So she did come on Sunday's one, and please go and check it out with Jeff, her husband. My mum, I just told Donna, my mum said it was the most beautiful show. She of all my shows, this was the most beautiful one, and she said, Sanit, it's such a pity that us as women don't demand. I was thinking the Afrikaans word, don't demand love. Because she could see you giving love to Jeff, and the way that you looked, the way that he looked at you, she was like so. It was so endearment for her. So please go and watch this show, Sunday show. It was spectacular. And then my beautiful ladies from the Diamond Beauty Group, if you do give us love, I'm going to show you a comment in the bottom, but we're not going to shout out today because today it's all about Donna. She's going to come and tell her story. Part of her story will go into the Soul of a Diamond magazine, and I actually have completed the article already and sent it to Sone. I think you're going to love what I've written there. And then part of her story, if she so chooses to, will be in a chapter of a compilation book of 21 ladies to tell their amazing stories. So, my beautiful Donna, are you ready?
I'm always ready, Sanit.
All right. Can you please introduce yourself to us? And then, before you start with your story, I want to play your new video I made. And I did send it to you. I don't know if you have a time to look at it, but I made a new video because the banner I have used for Soul of a Diamond. And the ice cream lorry is here. And when I hear it, every time I hear it, my heart gets, my eyes get watery because that was my beautiful Xander's favorite thing. We had to run outside and buy an ice cream. So, my beautiful Donna, may I ask you to please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Sanit. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that ice cream truck right now, but it's been a journey. And when it started was really back almost 25 years ago now. Wow, can't even believe it. But I started this journey. I was in my early 40s in New York City and started to date. I found myself alone, jobless, and rooming with friends. I mean, it was just one of the 40 was not the best time in my life. We all have sort of a spot because we have to have our ups and downs, Sunny. Life doesn't come in and go, here it is. It's all about how we deal with it. And I've always been very much into personal development, spirituality, understanding life, what it's about, why am I here, all that stuff, right? And here I am in my early 40s going out to date and I don't know what I'm doing. And the experiences of that, which we'll get into, and where I am today brings me to this place of I'm now known as the smart dating diva queen. I love that. I specialize in relationship alignment and am best known for helping single soul-searching women over 40 understand before the fourth date whether to continue or not. It's really that simple. Yeah. Where's your yeah, it's really so in that 25 year Sunny puts on her glasses when she gets goosebumps. I love that. It's been a journey, but it's been a great, great journey, even though I went through hard times. Now, many of you know I am married to this incredible man, Jeff. We were talking about it last night. We're married going on 5 years now. We know each other almost 6. We pinch ourselves daily. I'm stronger because of him. I'm more independent because of him. He is fulfilling his purpose, which, by the way, I know, but yeah, by the way, it's a two-way street. He has dreams and aspirations. And I'm going to go out of order here because I really want to paint sort of a abstract picture for you. It'll all come together, I promise. When I was dating this time around, I was in my late 50s. Okay. This is after the passing of my late husband. So you can only imagine what that might have been like, right? That was I didn't even, I have a whole, that's what that chapter will be about and what I talk about a lot, because I want my demographics, the women who relate to me the most are women who have been divorced or widowed or possibly never married in their 40s. That's there too, right? Very big because we focused on our careers. Okay. So we have a lot of that going on, but people are like, well, what do I do now? I mean, the rules to dating really haven't changed, but technology has, our reach has, where it's no longer, Sunny, you're in South Africa. I'm in Gilbert, Arizona. I mean, we no longer stay in the confines of our little towns, which is what my grandparents and great grandparents did, right? So we are faced with different geographics and different cultures, different languages, even if everybody speaks English, even if hypothetically everybody spoke English, the meanings of words are different.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know that better than anybody because you're talking to people all over the world with this show. So, first and foremost, I want everybody to understand that Jeff is my best friend. Now, I used to tell my late husband he could be my best friend, but he can't be my girlfriend. I used to say, look, women like to shop, men like to buy. I mean, there are very distinct differences. We like to window shop and then price shop and then, look for, a great deal at a garage sale or a consignment shop. We love that stuff. That's exciting to a lot of us. Men say, oh, you want a chair? Let's go get one. Oh, whoa, what color is it going to be? And how big is it going to be? And, we have all those things, right? So Jeff and I have been there together, but I want to back up and tell you a story because I think too many women feel like there are no good men out there anymore, which is completely bogus. I met a lot of great men. They weren't great for me, but they were good. They were good guys. I met some not good guys too, but that's the process of the sifting and the sorting when you're looking for your special someone, your significant other, or the person you want to spend your life with. And it always, I'm going back again. I'm going off track because I'm always, from the time I was young, 15, I knew that I wanted to be in a good relationship with a man. I didn't quite know what that looked like at 15. But after a short-lived marriage and then figuring out how to decipher what that looked like and personal development, your spirituality, what are your wants and desires in life? All this matters as we go out and date. And if we don't know who we are, and if we are not good to ourselves, how in the world can we ever expect somebody to be good to us?
Exactly.
I know. It's true. And I go deeper, and I'm putting together courses, and I go deeper into this. Some of it can't be spoke about on TV, but it will be in my courses. And we have anyway. So I want you to understand. So I want you to visualize this. I lost my husband. I totally went numb, and I hit the floor. And it lasted about 8 months. I couldn't function. Thank God for the friends and the people that showed up in my life. People came to help me pay bills because I wasn't opening my mail. I just literally shut down and never dreamed that I could fall in love again. I mean, I'm already in love. How can I fall in love when I'm in love? I mean, that was just a weird, but I finally, after 8 months, got to this place where I wanted to get back out there. I didn't know what that looked like. And I thought, like, I'll keep my heart out of it. Like, that's what that looks like to me. Like, at that moment, it was like, yeah, I'm just looking for a really good guy who understands how to treat a woman, who also understands that I'm in this space, that I am not looking for love. I am not looking for a commitment. I'm certainly not looking to get married. Okay. And so I was dating a couple of men at one time. Everybody knew it. It was not and that's what dating is, by the way. I'm a big advocate in when you are out dating and there's a scientific reason I heard once that I can't repeat because I wouldn't remember, but there's a scientific reason why it's really important to date multiples. They call it multiples. You don't have to get, intimate with them, but you want to keep that ball moving so that you're not hung up in all your energy in one basket. This is the greatest advice I can give somebody going out to date. It is, then you make it fun, and you're not hanging by your phone wondering where the person is and waiting for the text, because you're active, you're fulfilling your heart's desires and whatever is important to you. Maybe you're taking, yeah, right, exactly. Maybe you're taking painting classes. Maybe you are learning how to, be an archer. I don't know, but you want to keep yourself fulfilled because you can't expect somebody else to come into your life and fulfill you. Okay, so now picture all this. I'm out there and I'm meeting some nice guys, and the ones that weren't nice for me or good for me, I rotated out. I mean, it was a very simple, organic process. And then Jeff steps into my world. Literally, only 6 months after I started to date, which was only really a year and a half or a year and 8 months after my late husband passed. So time, if you want to try to measure time, it's like, what? So he steps into my world, and I'm trying to explain to him that I'm not interested in a permanent relationship. I'm not interested in marriage. I'm not interested, I don't think he understands. He's looking for his, I mean, I must have told him 3 times. And by the way, I wrote the book about dating, okay? Dating, It's Not Personal, literally now is a love story on how I actually went out to date and met my late husband. And I started that journey because I saw so many women not enjoying themselves out dating. And I kept saying, all right, I got to figure this out. Why? We should be having fun. This should not be a drudge to go out and date. And I was very active, Sanit. I went to single dances. I went to single events. I was online dating. I did it all. And it took me about a year to figure it out, which is why I can tell you I earned my doctorate in dating. I know what I'm doing, why I'm known as a smart dating diva queen, right? I've done it all, right? Well, can you know that the second date that Jeff and I had, which was in the first week, I don't necessarily recommend seeing somebody so often in 1 week, but we actually had 3 dates the first week. I think he took that as a challenge when I told him I'm dating other men. I think he was like, "Oh no, and he wanted to set himself apart from the rest. And it's not that hard. It
I
isn't.
love you.
I know, right? He comes walking in with my book. He walked in on our date and he's holding my book. And I said, "You bought my book?" He says, "Yeah. I want to get to know you."
Wow.
First of all,
Wow.
I never had anybody I dated buy my book. I might have given them one. Again, where's my value? Why wouldn't I, why would I? And now, of course, I would never accept anything less. God forbid anything happened to Jeff. I would never accept anything less. I'm not going to hand somebody my book. You want to know about me? Do a little digging. Ladies, we make it too easy. Let them jump through a few hoops. And you know what? Yes, and they love that. Men are meant to jump through hoops. That's what they do. A true alpha male loves to jump through a few hoops. He's going to go out for the hunt. He wants that. And if you make it too easy for him, then he's only going to want that for one reason. And that's where we lose sight of our value.
Wow.
Okay. So now I want to back up again because this is going to touch a lot of you. I want you to understand that there's what you have necessarily seen your whole life is not necessarily all that's out there. Like your mom, Sanit, said, I never saw a good relationship like that. I never saw a man look at a woman like that. Wow. That was always one of my heart's desires. I always, even with Pietro, my late husband, by the way, we have a very nice relationship, the three of us. Me, my late husband, and my now husband all live very nicely together. And I remember when I was dating and what I yearned for back when I was in my mid 40s. I wanted a man who would always know where I was in the room. I did a lot of networking, a lot of, I'm a butterfly. I like to float around and say hello to people. And Pietro and I met networking. That's how we met. So we did a lot of that together. And I liked the fact that he always knew where I was. Right? So if you're a widow out there, I want you to understand, loving another does not replace anyone. That's huge. And the reason that's important is because until death do us part is a fallacy. You don't stop loving somebody because their body's not there anymore.
Wow.
Okay, so so here's a man, Jeff, knowing all this. He's stepping into my world. He's reading about my journey of meeting the man of my dreams, and he's stepping in. And it wasn't, I don't think we were together 2 weeks when he comes over. Now, in full disclosure, I had to go bankrupt after Pietro passed. It was a hard, hard time. Try as we might to get in front of it, we just couldn't. And when that was our entire marriage, trying to get ahead so we'd be well positioned. And when he passed, I had to go bankrupt, and that was a really rough spot. So I'm trying to figure out how to keep the house, right? So I got roommates, and he comes over one day, and 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks in. I mean, maybe it's our fifth date, okay? And I'm a little bit stressed. He can see that I'm stressed. He said, "What's the matter?" I didn't want to tell him. Ladies, we're strong. We're independent. We got this. And I'm feeling the pressure. I'm like trying to figure out how I'm going to make this happen. And he kept saying to me, "You got to tell me what's going on." And I said, "I don't know how I'm going to pay the mortgage." And he said, "Is that all? How much?" I could cry when I think about it. I looked at him. I said, he says, "You have to tell me when you go through things like this." And I said, "Tell you? Doesn't that stress you out?" And you know what he said to me? "No, it's what I was born to do." I know, Sunny. I'm getting chills. I need those glasses. I've got chills going up and down my body, into my head. I didn't know. I mean, I knew. I mean, my father was a great provider. Like, we always knew, you did not get in the middle of mom and dad. I mean, mom and dad came first. And so I knew it was out there. I just didn't know it was out there for me. We're a true partnership. And we are very different in a lot of ways, and we are so similar in a lot of ways. I used to say to people, Pietro and I, he was like Desi Arnaz, and I was Lucille Ball. Jeff and I, we're both Lucille Ball. And I wanted to tell you, I put together a couple of dating courses that I had done online, but live. And I got to connect with women I had a single woman of 30 years old with a couple of kids, and all the way up to 80. Okay? Because I'm a woman's dating coach. And it all comes down to heart set and mindset. What are we looking for? What are our expectations? What's the story that we have going on? What's the sign above our head say, right? And these are big breakthroughs, because when you stop and realize that you have a story going on. Your story, many women's story is, there's no good men out there anymore.
Yes.
Another good one is, I don't want to lose my independence. And another one is, I don't trust men. I don't trust them. So those are stories. And when we break it down, we find out what the truth of the story is. And I had one woman say to me, oh my gosh, the very thing I'm saying I want, my story is contradicting it. So my story's saying, stay away, I don't need you. But my heart is saying, I want a man, right? But I don't trust you and I don't need you. So you have those conflicting stories. Where are you at, right? Your belief and your desire must be at equal. So if you believe that you don't deserve a man, you can't have a man, there's no good men out there, and your desire to have one is down here, I'm trying to see it in the box here, it's not going to work. You can't have those conflicting emotions. They must be lined up. This is why I specialize in relationship alignment. It must be lined up. I know.
It's like this big. I had to bring us closer because I think you're going to say something now that I wanted the ladies, especially ladies, but not just ladies, but especially ladies, to take notice of, because that is, I can tell you, 99.9% of women is in that alignment.
Yes. Yeah, they're out of alignment. They're out of alignment. What they say they want and what they believe they can have are two different things.
Yes.
That's huge. And even back when I started my journey back in my mid 40s, and now I'm 65, so we're 20 years later, right?
You don't look 65, my beautiful one. You are so young and beautiful.
Life is so good now, it's like, I love my 60s. Anyway, so back in my 40s, when I went on the journey and decided to write the book, it was because I read all the books. I read, the rules. You're from Mars or from Venus. I read all those. He's not that into you. I read all those books. And for me, something was missing. What was missing was, but I'm not having fun. So why am I not having fun? And literally, I didn't know it for like at least another 10, 15 years. When I read the back of my book, I went, that's been my desire the whole time, which is to help women understand their value when it comes to relationships. I went full circle and always had that thought. That's what I wanted, but I didn't even realize that I had printed it. I had it. It's in print. So I want women to understand their value. And, it's a wonderful thing, because I was on a call yesterday with a mentor, a business mentor. And she said, we can't, like, they were talking about who buys Facebook ads or different ads, and then they work or they don't work. And she said, we have to be honest. If a Facebook ad isn't working, it's not always because of the people we hired for the Facebook ads. It's because of the content. We have to take responsibility for the content. And I'm saying that to you in relationship. We must take responsibility for the content. I can have anything I want from Jeff. And that's because I give him anything he wants. You understand? It's a two. And so this is where it has to begin. You want to remove the blocks. You want to remove the obstacles. What is it that you're yearning for that you don't have? And why don't you have it? Because we have stories from when we were 7, when we were 5, when we got stories. I was abused. We got stories. But the more attention and focus you give to those stories, your desire and your belief are not aligned. Okay? So we must clear them up. And whatever that looks like for you. I have a very, I have a medium that, or I don't know what they call them anymore, intuitives, whatever the word is that they use today, that is my go-to. I have a go-to. If I find a block, if I hear myself say a story a couple times, I went, ooh, that's a block. That's a block. And I get on and I have a session because it's all online. She's in a different part of the country. And clean it up. Because if you don't clean it up, whether it's through your clergy, spiritualism, you going to energy movers, Reiki, whatever it is for you, you must be on that path, or you will not align and get what you believe versus what you want. They have to be aligned. You can't have it both ways, right?
Yes.
So, you have any questions, Sanit? I mean, I'm on a roll here, but you have any questions for me?
No, I am clear as day, and it is still day here in South Africa. But may I ask, can we continue with your story? I would love to play your video, and then I will also love to play Natalie McQueen's video, our sponsor. She is going to help us publish. And Natalie McQueen, how amazing.
Yes.
And she's going to be our sponsor, the first sponsor to do, she is going to be helping us publishing our books. So I just want to say thank you to beautiful Natalie McQueen for helping us to create that beautiful book that we will start in April. So I'm still interviewing all the ladies, and then they can have a choice if they want to be in the book or not. So I'm going to play your video first, and then I'm going to play Natalie's video. And then we continue with your beautiful story. Here we go.
My shortcomings and your shortcomings are different. Understanding that offers less time blaming and more time enjoying life. And yes, this applies to dating too. Hi everybody, I'm Donna Sparaco Meador, speaker, author, and online women's dating coach. The first time I found true love, I was in my late 40s. And I found once again, after my husband's passing, I was in my 60s. Yes, I found true love not once, but twice. When I figured out before the 4th date whether to continue or not, I knew I had earned my doctorate in dating. If you're a single, soul-searching woman looking for love in all the wrong places, get a head start by getting my book on Amazon, Dating, It's Not Personal, and join my Facebook group, Smart Dating Divas. I can also be found at meadorandmeador.com.
So I had to make it a little bit shorter because I am not allowed to go over 55 seconds. But all the beautiful bits is there. And then the banner at the end, that is the same banner that is going to be like an advertising space. We are going to put you in the Diamond Mama magazine with your article I've written to say thank you for taking a chance on us or on me, and then on the Diamond Beauties, Diamond Moments magazine. And I just want to say I love you very much. And it was such a beautiful thing to make that video for you. And I know red is your color, so I just sparkle for everything. So I'm going to quickly do Natalie's video and then we are back. I will find out. I know that you saw some of it already because you were a sponsor of one of my shows, but I did change a lot of the pictures and everything. So we will find out how did you enjoy your video. But here is Natalie.
Hi there, my name is Natalie McQueen. I'm the founder of Gifts of Legacy. I am a book publisher and a legacy designer. I am thrilled to introduce my talking journal. This unique journal features recorded messages from 100 trailblazing contributors that we call our masters and mavens. Imagine a journal that you can hold in your hands and get daily prompts of inspiration from these mentor experts. I invite you to be one of our masters and mavens in our first edition on gratitude for $49. This is a low-cost, high-impact alternative to traditional publishing. I cannot wait to hear your inspirational message.
Wow, amazing. So my beautiful Donna, did you love your video?
I did love my video. I absolutely love my video. Thank you so much. You're a gem.
Thank you. So you are welcome to continue telling us your amazing, beautiful love story.
So I want to touch those women who think that love is lost for them. However it is they got there. There are women who are watching this who are married, who are feeling that they're missing, that maybe they missed out. And I want you to know that whenever my husband talks to men about these topics, he always hears, "Yeah, I want that spark back. I want that spark back." It's like nobody knows how to do it, right? So how do you get the spark back? And then I've had people say to me, when they see Jeff and I together, as you have experienced, they'll say, "Well, you're still newlyweds." They are making excuses because they have a story in their head that says, "Well, my relationship is this way because we're married 20 or 30 years and you're just married 5." See? And so there's a story. That's a story, right? Because I fully intend to be this much in love today, tomorrow, and 20 years from now, 30 years from now, right? So that's important to me, and it's important to Jeff. And it's important to a lot of men out there. And I think women have a tendency to take over. Can I just say it? We take over. We make decisions because we don't like the decisions our men make. Whether it's, hey, can you go to the store and get milk? And then he comes back with whole milk and you always drink half and half or, skim milk. Whatever the thing is for you, women tend to take over because they treat their husband like another child. And they say, you know what? It's just easier if I do it myself than to try to explain you and get you to do what you want. So we give tips and we give golden nuggets about how to get back in alignment with yourself first, right? Desire and belief. And then how are you going to connect with your husband on that level? And I'm shocked how many women in their 50s, 60s, 40s say to me, they're pretty much roommates right now. They're roommates. They're not intimate with their spouse. And I say, okay, how do you think he's going to like that? Now, unless your hormones are dropped and you have no libido, that can be fixed, right? We have all kinds of ways now naturally to bring our libidos back up. So what is it? And women will, and I'm going to tell you right now, they no, I don't want to, I'm good the way it is. Okay. Well, then are you going to be upset if your husband goes out and wanders? Because men and women are built differently. We are built differently. Men have like a 3-day cycle. Like every 3 days they need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like they like that. That's their thing. And women get mad at them because they say, well, the only thing you want is sex. Well, that's, men enjoy sex. Orally or otherwise. They love it. What's wrong with that? We should be loving it. It's a form of love. It's a form of telling your partner you care for them. It's an act of service. If you're into the love languages, that's partially an act of service. Physical touch doesn't necessarily mean sex, but it's part of it. A man is built that way. So if you are losing your libido, or you feel like there's no love there, or you're just happy to treat him like another child, then he's going to take that role and wander accordingly, depending, right? Let's be real. So if we take responsibility for it, if we say, you know what, you're right, Donna, dang, I hadn't thought about it that way. I thought we were just cruising along and everything is fine, but you don't know what's going on in his heart. And so many men have told Jeff, yeah, I want more. I want more. And women are over here assuming that they like it the way it is because they don't like conversation. They don't want to be told what to do. They don't want to have a conversation. They don't want to sit down and talk. Okay? And women come at it like they're teachers, instructors. Like, did you ever have somebody come to you and say, look, we need to talk? How does that feel good? Yikes. I've had a boss say that to me once, and that is not a good feeling. Okay? So if you're thinking that way, understand you don't know what's going on in your man's heart. If you're thinking that way. Wow. So if we take responsibility, now we can be empowered. Now we can step into it. And Jeff and I have a word I'm going to share with you today. I've never said this publicly. We were talking about it this weekend. It's our word. We've trademarked it. And because it matters. And so when Jeff and I want to talk, and when I say we want to talk, meaning we want a two-way conversation. We want it to go back and forth. So I'll say to him, hey, baby, do you have a few minutes right now? I want to have some dialogue with you. Dialogue. He hears dialogue. He knows, oh, okay, maybe I'm trying to solve a situation and I want feedback. I want to know, here's what I'm thinking. It's a collaboration. That's very different from can we talk? Very different. So we use that all the time because it feels really good. It feels good. If my husband comes, hey, baby, I want to dialogue with you right now. Yeah, baby, what's up? Like, we're going to create something. And it might be something, it might be a conversation about the bedroom. It might be a conversation about a digital course we're making, our app. It might be a conversation about the kids. But we want a dialogue. And I think that's where people in general miss it. So get into the habit. Go to your, if you're in a relationship and you think something missing, join our app, right? Get on our app, right? Because we're going to have Jeff and Donna there together and separate. We're still uploading content, free content. Thank you. Yeah. Download our app. It's in the App Store, Play Store. We're uploading content that we have from Jeff that I will put in there. Right now, everything in there is free. And I am creating digital dating courses for those women who want more and to go deeper, right? Again, I'm a women's coach. Jeff eventually will be talking to the men, but it's just really super exciting. So dialogue, put that word in your vocabulary. So I figured it out. How to have fun dating. That's how I met my late husband. We were networking. So women, you're walking around with a sign above your head and you think if you go to the grocery store or you're in a networking event that nobody's watching, but you're wrong. Men are always watching. Okay. Wow. So definitely pay attention to that. So then the journey then brought me through. I lost my husband. And again, I say lost because that's what everybody feels better about saying. The fact is he transitioned, for my belief, for my feeling. His soul is still alive, but he's not here for me to touch anymore. And I was gifted with this amazing divine intervention to have Jeff walk into my life very shortly after Peter passed in terms. I mean, it's hard to measure time at a time like this. There's really no such thing as time. But he walked into my life, and he was a man. And I want you to know, we talk about it now. We dialogue, because I say, baby, you say you haven't been into personal development, but Jeff used to be a youth pastor. He went to Bible college. So his road took him down a certain path, which a lot of it had to do with empathy as a youth pastor, right? And to help these kids understand their journey. And then, he had taken courses in relationships to make his first marriage, stronger. And even if it didn't work out then, it's applying now. I mean, we're not the same people we were 40, 50, 60 years ago. I'm not the same person. Jeff would not have gone. He says he would, but I said, no, I wouldn't have had anything to do with you when I was in high school. Okay. So he's like, oh yeah, you would have. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have, but that's what you never know. I mean, you just don't know, but we've both been on this journey. So now we came together, and everything that we have learned and the desires and the alignment coming together, we're such a perfect match. He's so mindful. If I'm upset about something, he's mindful. And I felt that through the app when he reached out to me through the app. Okay. I met Jeff through an app. I was on a dating app, and I told him, we're not on the same page. You're looking for marriage. I'm not, of course. He said, no, I think we're more on the same page than you think. But he wrote a thesis on my dating app, right? A thesis, like he addressed every single thing in my bio. And that's everything, and including being a widow, moving forward. At the time I smoked cigars. Like I had lost, I was a widow moving forward. He was there. And he, again, listen to this, he wanted me to see him differently. He didn't want to be lumped in with all those other guys that I was dating. He set himself apart. What did he do? Money was not money wasn't an issue. He was not going. I offered to just say, hey, look, let's just go for a cigar. You can skip dinner. Like, I don't need a free meal, right? Oh no. He took me to a steakhouse. Okay. Then he emails me the next day to go on a second date, which ended up being the third date because he didn't want to wait that long. And I never saw anybody else again after he kept stepping into my life. He buys my book. He looked on Facebook. He probably looked at all my videos. At the time, I was doing a video called Daily Dose, the letter A, Donna, Daily Dose of Donna, which if you hashtag it on Facebook, you can see those. He looked at probably all of them to see who I was, and how he could best support me. And he said to me one time, and again, women, he said to me, I always want to see you in a good place. I didn't even know what that meant. I'm like, what do you mean you always want to see me? And now, 5 years later and counting, anything that comes up, he puts me first. If it's something we want to buy, what I want first goes first. If we're walking to the car, he makes sure I'm on the correct side of the street so I don't get run over. If he opens the doors for me, the car door, the house door, he gets the chair for me. We're alone the two of us in our living room going to eat dinner, and he gets the chair for me. And that took work for me to stop the habit of getting my own chair. Why? Can I get my own chair, ladies? Of course I can get my own chair. But if it makes him happy to serve me that way, why would you not allow it? So you wait an extra couple seconds.
Exactly. And then you are treated like a queen. You know what I love what he said on Sunday? He said he made sure that you have enough hood for the fireplace, so that when you can phone him later that morning, every morning, the fire is going and all the trimmings, everything is there for you just to light it. And then he knows you are cozy in front of the fireplace and you are going to ask him, how is his morning? It was so beautiful for me.
Yeah, and I'm posting. Yeah, right, exactly. Let him be the man. I post, and I'm getting to post all these fun little 1 minute snippets of all the things that Jeff does for me, because it's delightful and it makes him happy. And by the way, acts of service is Jeff's number one love language. And acts of service is not only what he can do for me, but when I do something for him, whether it's loving on him, whether it's cooking for him, whether it's doing the laundry for him. Now, obviously, I'm doing my own laundry too, but to him, that's an act of service. And he says things to me like, I've always wanted to be with a woman who would allow me to spoil her. Now, to be fair, we're in our 60s now. So life is very different than when you first get married and have children, right? Can we agree on that? I mean, raising children is a huge energy output. It redirects and refocuses. So if I was in my 20s with him and was married and had kids, I wouldn't be having this conversation today. This is why my demographics, the women who find me as their mentor, are the women who are 40 and older, typically. Women, professional women over 40 who are looking for love, who want to know how to find it. How do you find what I have? How do I find what you have, Donna? How is it you found love 2 times in a row, Donna? By focusing on what I wanted, not what I didn't want. That's right. We're back to that again. And when I sat down and I was finally ready to get back out there, I remember my heart. I got my computer and I was getting ready to get on a dating app because I figured that's all I knew. Let's figure out what now, what next, right? What now, what next? And all of a sudden I said, wait, when I met my late husband, at the time I met him, I remember thinking the one thing I wanted, because I had been through 3 years of dating men who kept putting me on the back burner. I wasn't important. Kids came first. I know that's going to be a bump for some of you. I'll explain that in a minute. Everything came first except me, right? And I finally said, okay, what do I want? My heart said, I want someone to cherish me. That's what I want. Now, that was 20 years ago, right? And then Pietro walks into my life and he cherished me. He's nothing like Jeff, but he cherished me. Okay. Now, fast forward. And I'm sitting and all of a sudden I get out my computer and I'm going to get on a dating app. And I said, oh, my heart says, well, what do you want? Oh, I can have something different now. I adored my late husband, but I'm 10 years older. I have 10 more years of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. What do I want now? Oh, I want a man with depth. I want a man with depth. That came from my soul. When it comes from your soul, we're in alignment. We're in alignment. And so my mouth was saying, I'm not looking for love. I'm not looking to get married. But my soul said, but we want somebody with depth.
Wow.
And 6 months later, Jeff walks into my life. And I can't get more depth than him. He's got so much depth. We dialogue all the time. We cry together. We laugh together. We play. When was the last time you literally laughed out loud, dropped on the floor laughing because he's tickling you or he's playing with you? We joke together. He sings. He plays guitar. I'm always bopping around in the background. I whistle all the time. We are playful. And it takes two, right? that maybe that wouldn't be everybody's cup of tea, but that's his and it's mine.
Wow.
So
Donna, people can watch your show on Sunday that we have on Sunday, but I quickly went and fetched the video where you were introducing each other. You know, you when you were talking, may I please quickly play this?
please.
Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, please meet Jeff. And then, if you do want to have an endearment and laughter and just see what love is all about, go and visit. And Donna, you can give your Instagram also for us now. But I have watched and I have loved quite a lot of Instagram videos where you and Jeff was talking or singing or dancing. So here is Jeff, everyone.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Donna.
And we are
Matter and Matter!
For those of you who don't know us, our television show, our books, Donna's programs are all centered around dating and relationships. And we have some exciting news to share with you, Donna.
Yeah, it is exciting news. I went to Jeff about, I don't know how many months ago, and I said, I think we should get an app. I think we should have an app.
And now we do!
And now we do have an app. So Matter and Matter, you can download that on your Play or App Store. And you can also find it on our website with the same name,
Yes.
Matter and Matter.
So we look forward to getting the chance to meet a lot of you on the app. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk with you soon.
It was so amazing. So, my beautiful Donna, do you know our time is up? I know that it feels like you could have told me 200 hours of amazingness because everything you told, you can take by heart because everything you said was I want to say the cherry on the cake, but that's not what I want to say. Maybe it's a lack of my vocabulary. If ladies can cherish what you say, cherished, and they can re-look, and even if they marry me as well. When you were speaking about the intimacy side, I was thinking, yes, I will have to re-look at my life as well. So I want to say thank you. I love you. You are my. If I think about love, you are lady love. I wrote a poem. One of these days, I will have a beautiful gentleman that's gonna. Well, I wrote a song poem, and he is gonna sing this poem of mine. But I have Dr. Michael Alexander, and this is from my heart to you. Thank you for giving us your soul, and thank you so much for being here. My beautiful ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to review this beautiful video and Sunday. You can go to the replay and watch it. You will be able to watch Donna and Jeff on Instagram. Donna, just give me your Instagram handle.
Matter and Matter. Matter and Matter. Everything is Matter and Matter. So website, app, Instagram. We have Facebook page. Yeah, that kind of thing. So.
Wow, beautiful. And then, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, I want to say please have an amazing day. And here are beautiful Dr. Michael Alexander from my heart to your, my beautiful Donna.
Moments of moving from here to there between the star and the moon's soft glare capture a glimpse of light so rare. Radiant and shining, our hearts declare for the world to see in love's grand affair. Moments of our lives that are filled with laughter keep us going, hearts thrilled, capture the essence of who we are in the spirit of a child like a shooting star. Moments to share our true stories so bright, not only for the world to heal, take flight, but to remind us how amazing we are. Forever moving forward, a radiant star to create magic near and far. In the radiance of each heart's soft glow, we find the strength to carry on and grow. Shining bright, our love doth show in every moment, from dusk till dawn's soft flow. Radiant.
So I don't know if you love this song. I don't know what words he's going to use, if we're going to use. So I just need a song to say that you are a radiant heart. You are a soul of a diamond. And I am truly honored and privileged to have you in my life. Thank you.
The feeling is mutual, Sonny. You are on a mission, and I'm so thrilled and honored to be a part of it.
Thank you. So my beautiful ladies from the Diamond Beauty Group, I want to wish you all a beautiful day. My beautiful viewers out there, thank you for joining, and even on the replay. And then I want to say, please look after yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. And then smile often. And I said, keep on dancing. Yes, I love that. I will never forget it. I love that. And keep on dancing. Bye-bye, everyone.